Isaac Cuevas Lopez considered mechanical engineering. Then he thought he'd try the military. Or what about writing?
My mind was all over the place with a lot of different careers and everything, but then it just hit me when I started wearing these scrubs. Yesterday when they gave us this, I just felt like this is real. This is my reality. This is really big for me.
The Bremerton High School seniors among a group of teens learning how to get into one of the most in-demand jobs, nursing.
It's one of the only majors at the undergraduate level where you can get a job right out of your bachelor's degree, guaranteed.
UW is trying to recruit a more diverse workforce, and this summer camp targets high schoolers who are minorities or from low-income families. They learn basic medical skills and get to see how nurses interact with actual patients. This morning they tried mindful meditation.
Bring your attention back to breath.
UW says nearly half of the teens in this camp end up pursuing nursing careers. Serinya Sukrachen was in the first nursing camp a decade ago and just took a job at Swedish Medical Center. As a child, she spent a lot of time in the hospital. She had a serious bone condition and she lost her father to colon cancer. She hopes her experiences will help her connect with patients.
We have like a deeper sense of empathy, and then we can bring that into our work and treat patients who are going through the same things that we were going through. And it just provides this like more wholesome care.
Isaac is a first-generation Mexican-American and says his mom became emotional yesterday when she saw him in his scrubs for the first time.
It's just an amazing feeling. Like after this, I feel like there's a lot of more doors open for me.
At UW, Ted Land, King 5 News.
The UW says many of its nursing students are recruited for jobs before they graduate, making more than $70,000 a year.